miners in training. Another lamp not working. Let's see if we can't fix it. Oliver, bring me the pole. Be quick about it. Watch it there, young man. You can take an eye out with that. And let there be light.
Master Felix, don't look now, but I believe we're being watched.
The theater folk. No problem. I know how to handle this. Be gone with ye.
Master, I don't think that's right. I believe they came here to see something.
Yes, Mr. Felix. That would be rude. I think we're supposed to tell them what the theater rules. Lady Holly has given us 2 bob just in case we go into the situation.
Yes, Master Felix. We're paid to instruct them on proper theater etiquette.
Very well then. Proceed.
There'll be no eating or drinking in the theater.
Except for water. You may drink water.
Please silence your electronic devices and please refrain from any photography.
That includes those theoretical moving pictures. None of those either.
Today's show will be about 2 hours. We'll have a break around halfway.
Or you can get some yummy pudding to eat.
And for you Yanks waiting, pudding equals dessert or snacks.
And use the WC.
Which is the restroom. Never understood why you Yanks went to the restroom.
And don't forget to tell them about gambling.
Oh yes, the theater offers a special 50-50 raffle. Tickets are $1.
Tell them the drawings at the end of intermission.
And the winner gets half of the total money.
The rest is pocketed by me.
Don't listen to my master. The rest is given to Goose players to assist in future productions.
What should they do in an event of emergency?
Why, that's simple. Just follow the lights with the funny words in them.
You mean the EXIT signs?
Yes, that's them.
Wait, what?
What now, Oliver?
Are we supposed to tell them about what's playing?
What? Right now? Well, I believe. That is, I think they came to see A Christmas Carol. Right, Adelaide?
Yes, Mr. Felix. But I think we're supposed to tell them it's coming in the spring.
Goose Creek players will be performing more plays in the spring.
Well, there you have it. Now have we fulfilled our contractual agreements to Lady Holly?
Yes, Mr. Felix.
Very well then. Since I can't very well shush them away, we best be gone.
And now, Goose Creek Players presents A Christmas Carol.
You'll get hurt. Hey, old Scrooge works here. Let's wait over there and throw snowballs at him when he gets here. Yeah, let's do that.
Ah, Miss Bertram. Mrs. Appleby, have you had any luck in collecting charity for the poor?
Oh, yes. Some beggars I met back there were very kind. Still, I wish we could do more.
Yes, yes. Hey, these gentlemen appear to be fairly well off. Maybe they'll contribute some funds.
Very well, but just now I need to go warm my hands and grab a warm cuppa.
Very well. If you don't mind, I could also do with a warm cup of tea. Shall I accompany you?
Hello, and welcome to our Christmas Carol. It's a very strange thing to refer to a play as a carol. A carol, by definition, is a song, especially a joy. Now, that don't make much sense either. Let us dig deeper and look at the archaic definition of carol. Perhaps it will be clearer. Oh, here it is. A song sung in a circle round a set of stones. A circle. A circle. What are you doing? Oh, I'm telling the story of Ebenezer Scrooge.
By boring them to death?
I was just trying to tell him why it's called A Christmas Carol.
No. Everyone knows you start off by saying Marley was dead. There's no doubt whatever about that. Old Marley was dead as a doornail. That is how you always...
Come now, what in particular is dead about a doornail? I might myself regard a coffin coffin nail as a dead as piece of metal.
Okay. Marley was dead as a coffin nail. Happy now?
No, I want to get to the deeper meaning of the matter at hand.
You're going to confuse them. The most important fact was that Marley was dead. This must be distinctly understood, and nothing wonderful can come of the story we're going to tell.
But the thing to recognise is what the good book tells us. Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against spirits, against powers, we wrestle not, I can't read. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, thanks love, but against spirits, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. There are battles raging around us that we cannot see.
Yes, but not pointing to our story.
Indeed, it is the centre point of our story. Let me explain. Men go through life making choices, right? And these choices in turn affect their decisions. Take, for example, a man who first decides to consume alcohol to cope with hardships. That decision makes it easier to drink again and again until he is consumed with the spirit of drinking.
Knock off your sermon. What they need to understand is the basic fact. Marley died 7 years ago, and Scrooge never painted out old Marley's name on the sign above the shop. He was so greedy, he thought it too expensive to have done.
My point exactly. The tighter Scrooge held on the money, the colder he got, until he no longer felt the cold. He was consumed with greed, and his greed invited apathy. As he walked the street on the way to his office, most people simply stayed clear of him.
But on this, the 7th anniversary of Marley's death, Bob Cratchit, Scrooge's clerk, was endeavoring to keep warm.
Be off with you! Off! Mr. Cratchit!
Sorry, sir, my fingers were getting cold.
Mr. Cratchit, what are these?
Shirt and a waistcoat, Mr. Scrooge.
They are clothes, Mr. Cratchit. Clothes are not consumable. Coal is consumable.
Yes, Mr. Scrooge.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah! Humbug, it's a fraud.
Christmas a fraud, Uncle? You don't mean that, do you?
I do. Merry Christmas. What right have you to be merry? What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
Come now, what right have you to be dismal? What reason have you to be morose? You're rich enough?
Bah! Humbug.
Don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be when I live in a world of fools such as this? Merry Christmas indeed. Out upon Merry Christmas. What's Christmas time to you but a time for paying bills without money? A time to find yourself a year older and not an hour richer. A time for balancing your books and finding you've got much less than you started with. Well, if I could work my will, every idiot who goes about proclaiming Merry Christmas should be boiled with his own Christmas pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. Bah, humbug!
Uncle.
Nephew, you keep Christmas in your way, let me keep it in mine.
Keep it, but you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone then. Much good may it do you, much good has it ever done you.
There are many things in life from which I might have derived happiness and not profited 1 cent, and I dare say Christmas is among them. Christmas has a specialness due to its sacred name and origin. It has an inherent holiness. I've always thought of Christmas as a time for kindness, friendship, and charity. In the long calendar year, it's the one time when men and women seem to naturally open up their hearts and think of one another as fellow beings in this world, not inferior creatures. Therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good and will do me good, and I say God bless it and Merry Christmas.
Let me hear another sound from you and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation. And you're quite a powerful speaker, sir. I wonder you don't go into Parliament.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow.
When hell freezes over.
But why? Why?
Why? Well, why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love. Good afternoon.
But Uncle, you never came to see me before that happened. Why give it as a reason for not coming now?
Good afternoon.
I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why cannot we be friends?
Good afternoon.
I am truly very sorry to find you so resolute. We've never had any quarrel to which I've been a party, but I've made this journey in honor of my mother, your sister, and in honor of Christmas, and I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last, so Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon.
Oh, I almost forgot. Uncle Scrooge, I found some letters that you'd written to my mother, and I thought you might want them. Merry Christmas, Bob.
And to you too, sir.
There he is, my clerk, with 15 shillings a week and a wife and family, talking about a Merry Christmas. I tell you, Mr. Cratchit, sometimes I think I'm living in a world of crazy people.
Well, Scrooge and Marley's, I believe.
Good afternoon. Do I have the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago this very night.
Oh, well, I'm sure his generosity is well represented by his surviving partner.
Mr. Scrooge, it is at this festive season of the year, it is customary to make some small provisions for the poor and destitute, as they suffer greatly at this present time. Many thousands are freezing, and hundreds of thousands are in want of basic comforts, sir.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
And the union workhouses, are they still in operation?
They are still. I wish I could say they were not.
So the parliamentary laws to protect us from the poor are in full vigor then?
To my shame, they are, sir, to their fullest extent.
Oh, well, I was afraid from something you said that they had disbanded. I'm very glad to hear otherwise.
The government scarcely furnishes Christian cheer to the multitude. Therefore, there are a few of us who are endeavoring to raise money to buy the poor some meat and drink and blankets and firewood for warmth. Well, we choose this time, well, because it is Christmas, and we find that people are more inclined to give. So, what should I put you down for?
Nothing.
You wish to remain anonymous.
I wish to be left alone. You ask me what I wish, and that is my answer. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I support the establishments which I have already mentioned with my taxes. They cost enough, and those that are badly off must go there.
Many can't go there, and many would rather die.
You would know this if you would just talk to those in need.
It's not my business. It's quite enough for a man to understand his own business and not to interfere with that of other people's. Mine occupies me constantly. And if they would rather die, they had better go ahead and do it and decrease the surplus population. Good day!
Happy Christmas,
Happy Christmas,
sir.
I think this is a new building. building. You guys ready? Okay. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day. To save us all from Satan's power, we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Off with you! Be off! Off! Off, you bunch of hoodlums, before I call the local constable! Off!
Have a Merry Christmas, sir.
Ah, Mr. Scrooge. I'm so sorry to disturb you on Christmas Eve, but I know how late the hours you work and took the chance that I might still find you here at your office at this late hour.
What trick are you playing?
A trick, Mr. Scrooge.
Yes, what game are you playing, moaning like that as you enter?
I can assure you, sir, I'm playing no game. Is something wrong?
You made no moaning sound then? No, I suppose you didn't. Nothing's wrong. Mr. Harrington, I assume you are here to make a payment.
Yes, well, I've run into a bit of a problem. You see, and need to make some sort of arrangement for an extension, Mr. Scrooge.
The terms of the loan were quite clear when you signed them.
Yes, of course, sir, but it's really not easy finding a position at the moment, and if I could just have some more time. I'm good for it. I'm a hard worker.
It's not my concern, Mr. Harrington. If you are unable to make your payment, you must pay the penalty and do so in a timely fashion, or forfeit your collateral. Otherwise, you will find yourself in debtor prison, and there is no court in the land that will not rule in my favor.
Maybe so, sir, but that doesn't make it right.
Well, I have a right to be paid what's owed me, don't I?
But Mr. Scrooge, I'm sure you've seen tough times yourself and needed a helping hand from time to time.
God helps those who help themselves, Mr. Harrington. Good day. And the full payment is due by the end of the year.
Were you always so cold and unfeeling a man, Mr. Scrooge?
You may find me cold and unfeeling, but I venture to say that I'm a man of my word. A man whose word carries weight. A man whose word allows him to strike a deal and back it up with his signature. My signature is worth something. Yours, it would appear, if you continue to handle your financial obligations and business dealings in this manner, will soon be worthless. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to the Nag's Head pub for a well-deserved and well-earned supper. Good afternoon.
I'll be going now, sir, if you please.
I suppose you'll want the entire day off tomorrow.
If quite convenient, sir.
It is not convenient, and it's not fair. If I were to stop half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used, I'll be bound. And yet you don't find me ill-used when I pay a day's wages for no work.
It's only once a year, sir.
Poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. Well, I suppose you shall have the whole day. Be here all the earlier the next morning.
Yes, sir. As you say, sir.
He's knocking in his house. No, he's not. Oh, Ebenezer, I was afraid you weren't coming. It's almost closing time.
I'm here, aren't I?
I told her you'd be here. Didn't I say you'd be here? I knew you'd change your mind.
You're right, I have changed my mind.
Then you'll take our bid?
The price has gone up.
Gone up? But that's not possible.
If you want my corn, you must meet my quote, plus an additional 5% for the delay.
That's outrageous, Scrooge. You left at the warehouse stuffed with rotting corn.
Well, that's my affair, isn't it?
But if we pay your price, the bread will be more expensive, and the poor will suffer because they can't purchase enough.
Well, buy the corn someplace else. Good day.
Scrooge, a moment. We'll take your price at the price you quoted yesterday.
You're too late, and if you wait until tomorrow, there'll be an additional 5%.
Damn it, Scrooge, it's not fair.
No, but it's business. I'll give you a moment to make up your mind.
All right, Scrooge, done and done.
Very well. Make sure that you deposit the draft for the entire amount of the transaction with my clerk. I will not ship until I have cash in hand. Good day.
Scrooge took his melancholy dinner at his usual pub, and having read all the newspapers, wasted the rest of the evening examining and re-examining his banker's book. Only when he was satisfied with how much money he had made did he proceed to head home.
He lived in chambers which had once belonged to his deceased partner. The yard was so dark this evening that even Scrooge, who knew its every stone, had to grope with his hands.
Now, it is a fact that there was nothing at all in particular about the knocker on the door, excepting it was very, very large.
It is also a fact that he had seen it 1,000 times in all the years he'd lived there.
Let it also be borne in mind that Scrooge had not bestowed one thought on Marley since his last mention of his 7 years dead partner that afternoon.
But when he had the key in the lock of the door, he saw in the knocker a dreadful apparition.
As Scrooge looked fixedly upon this phenomenon, it was a knocker again.
Huh.
Humbug! Mrs. Dilber? Where is it, Mrs. Dilber? Here, Mrs. Dilber. Where is she? Where would she be? Mrs. Dilber.
Oh, blimey.
There you are.
Right.
What's keeping you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Miss Dibler, gently, would you?
Pardon, sir.
Oh, goodness. I won't believe it. How now? What do you want with me?
March.
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Who were you then? You're particular for a shade.
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Can you sit down?
I can.
Well, do it then.
You don't believe in me.
I don't.
What evidence of my reality would you have beyond that of your own senses?
Well, I don't know.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Because any little thing could affect them. You might be a bit of undigested beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of an underdone potato. There's certainly more of the gravy about you than the grave, whatever you are. You see this toothpick?
I do.
Well, you're not looking at it.
But I see it notwithstanding.
Well, I happen to swallow this and be, for the rest of my days, tormented by a legion of goblins, all of my own creation. This is humbug, I tell you. This is humbug. Ah! Mercy. Dreadful apparition, why do you trouble me?
Man of a worldly mind, do you believe in me or not?
I do, I must. But why do spirits walk the earth, and why do they come to me?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him walk abroad amongst his fellow men. And if that spirit goes not forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death. It is doomed to wander the world and witness the joys of life it cannot share.
You are fettered. Tell me why.
I wear the chain I forged in life and made it link by link and yard by yard, and of my own free will I wore it. Is its pattern strange to you? How would you know the weight and length of the strong coil you bear yourself? It was as full, heavy, and as long as this 7 Christmas Eves ago, and you have labored on it ever since. It is a ponderous chain!
Tell me more, Jacob. Speak comfort to me, Jacob.
I have none to give. Other spirits are sent forth to convey comfort, but you warrant none. For my penance I cannot rest. I cannot stay. I cannot linger anywhere. My spirit never walked beyond our counting house. Mark me! In life, my spirit never roved beyond the narrow limits of our money-changing whole and weary journeys lie before me now.
You must have been very slow, Jacob.
Slow?
Yes, well, it took you 7 years to come to me.
I've been traveling the whole time. No rest, no peace, incessant torture of remorse.
Then you don't travel fast. You might have covered a great deal of ground in 7 years.
Look at me! I am captive and double-ironed in my afterlife. In life, I did not know that my torment would be eternal. I did not know that my obligation in life was to affect the lives of others. But most of all, I did not know that no amount of regret can make amends for one's life's opportunities misused. Yes, such was I, oh, such was I!
You were always a good man of business, Jacob.
Business? Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Mercy, charity, forbearance, and benevolence were all my business. My day-to-day counting house trade was but a drop of water in the comprehensive ocean of my true business. At Christmas, I suffer most. Why did I walk through crowds of fellow beings with my eyes turned down and not seek the star that led the wise men on that first Christmas day? There were so many poor and needy to which that light could have conducted me to hell. Hear me. My time is nearly gone.
I will, but don't be hard on me, Jacob, and don't be flowery, Jacob.
How it is that I appear before you in the shape you now see, I may not tell. But I have sat invisible beside you many and many a day, and that alone is no light part of my penance. I am here tonight to warn you that you yet have a chance and a hope of escaping my fate. You yet have a chance and a hope of procuring Ebenezer.
You were always a good friend to me, Jacob. Thank me.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
Oh. Is that the chance and the hope you mentioned, Jacob?
It is.
I think I'd rather not.
Without their visit, you have no hope to shun the path that I now tread. Expect the first tomorrow when the bell tolls 1.
Well, can't I take him all at once and have it over, Jacob?
Expect the second at the end of the first day's sojourn at about the same hour, and the third on the next day when the last stroke of 12 ceases to vibrate. Look to see me no more. And for your own sake, remember what has passed between us. I impart to you one additional gift. Until the spirits are done, you will be able to see your own chains and oppression.
12. 12. 12. It was past 2 when I went to bed. The clock must be broken. An icicle must have got into the works. 12? Well, it isn't possible that I would have slept through the next day and far into another night. No, 12. I mean, it isn't possible that it could be 12 noon and anything has happened to the sun. Was it a dream or not? 12. Was it humbug. I knew it was a fraud. Humbug. Humbug. Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No. Your past.
I pray thee put your cap upon your head.
What? Would you so soon put out, with worldly hands, the light that I give? Is it not enough that you are one of those whose passions made this cap, and forced me through multitudes of years to wear it low upon my brow?
I sincerely apologize. I meant no offense. Nor have I any knowledge of forcing anyone to wear a cap. May I inquire as to the purpose of your visit?
Your welfare.
Oh, I thank thee, but Might not a long and restful sleep be the best remedy for my welfare?
Your reclamation day. Take heed. Come and walk with me. And all of these shall remain here.
Out here, I'm a mortal and liable to fall.
Bear but one touch of your hand there, and you shall be upheld in more than this.
Oh, goodness. Goodness. London.
Yes, hold tight, Ebenezer. We are going into the highest of heights.
The streets and rooftops. Yes. Oh my goodness! I was bred here. I was a boy here.
Oh dear, your lip is trembling. And what is that upon your cheek? You recollect the way?
Remember it? I could walk in blindfold. It's strange to have forgotten it all these years. Let's just go on. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, I see the rooftops. And then all the fashions. And then, yes, I see it all. And the snow falling. It's snow falling. Yes. Yes, I see it. There it is.
Nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we're gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Pretty kids, your mom is the Nazarene. Get out of here.
Is that Bob, Jacob, Caroline, Samuel, and Phoebe? Yes, I remember them all then.
These are shadows of things that have been. They have no consciousness of us. But the school is not quite deserted. A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still.
Yes, well, my father was still in debtor's prison, so I had to remain at the boarding school. But I wasn't alone. I had Alibaba and Hercules and Ulysses and I suppose. But it's too late now.
What's the matter?
Well, it's nothing. There was a group of people at my door last night singing Christmas carols. I should like to have given them something, that's all.
Let us see another Christmas.
Yes. Oh, boy.
I have come to bring you home, dear brother. To bring you home.
Home, little fan?
Yes, home for good and all. Home forever and ever. Father, so much kinder than he used to be. That home's like heaven now. He spoke to me so gently one dear night when I was going to bed that I was not afraid to ask once more if you might come home. And he said yes, yes, and he sent me in a coach to bring you. And oh, you are to be a man. You are never to come back here. But first, we'll be together all the Christmas long and have them all the world.
My, how tall you've gotten.
We'll cook together and make treacle tarts and build a snowman and chase the geese off the lake. Bring down Master Scrooge's box there.
Oh, Fan, can we really do all those things? No washing or wood cutting. Can I sit in my treehouse once again?
If you think you can still fit, you've grown so much, little brother. But we may need to do a thing or two and wash his stick. But that's just that. We'll work on it together.
Oh, Fan, how wonderful.
Always such a delicate creature. whom a breath might have withered, but she had a large heart.
So she had, you are right, Spirit. I would not gainsay it, God forbid.
She died a woman, and had, as I think, children.
One child, yes.
Ah, true, yes. Your nephew.
Fred.
He resembles his mother.
Does he?
I thought you recognized her visage in his.
I saw no such thing.
Do you know this place?
Yes, I do, of course. I was apprenticed here. Yes, Fezziwig's place. There he is, bless his heart. It's Fezziwig. Oh, it's Fezziwig alive again. Bless his
Friend of mine
heart.
is coming today to meet you. Jacob, Mom, okay?
Okay.
Should be here any moment now.
Very well.
Go check to see.
Sir, before you go,
Yes.
I had some notes to make about the accounts from this week.
What do you get?
So let's see.
Hey, hold on. Here he is. Jacob! Welcome. Welcome.
The young Jacob Marley, the very first day I met him. Yes.
Ebenezer, I want you to meet this business associate of mine, Jacob Marley.
A pleasure to meet you, Mr. Marley. So you're the young man I've been hearing so much about.
Oh, Ebenezer has a keen mind when it comes to the business, huh? Year after year, we've doubled our profits. Can you believe it? Oh. Yes, Dick. Hi-ho.
Spirits, what is that pulling and protruding upon Jacob Marley?
Even now, your partner is building his own chain without knowing of its existence.
Sorry to interrupt, but Harvey Grayson is here to see you.
Oh, dear. What does he want now?
Dick Wilkins, to be sure. Yes, he was very much attached to me, was young Dick. Poor Dick. Dear.
So tell me, Mr. Scrooge, in your professional opinion, is old Fezziwig managing his business in a way to maximize his profits?
Well, I don't think it right for me to comment on my master's affairs, particularly his business ones.
Come on now. I'm asking for your opinion. Not as a friend of Fezziwig's, but as a man of business. Is old Fezziwig, to put it plainly, making as much money as he could?
Well, Mr. Fezziwig, while a good man, but not always of business, unfortunately, has other priorities.
I thought so. I was going to buy him out, you know, Mr. Scrooge. I'd even made him an offer. And then you came along, and suddenly old Fezziwig is drowning in money, and I asked myself, how did he manage that? But he didn't manage it at all, did he? You did. You're the one. And a very shrewd man of business you are, Mr. Scrooge. I am most impressed.
Well, that's very kind of you to say.
Nonsense, I speak the truth. You let your heart run your business like old Fezziwig does, I'd call you a fool and say you deserve any punishment your foolishness gets you. But you are no fool, are you, Mr. Scrooge?
No, I don't think of myself as a fool. But I do think that there is more to life than business.
That's old Fezziwig talking. Life is business. And the business of life is profit. And you and I must talk business. I am fully prepared to offer you a position in my firm.
Are you indeed, sir?
Yes, I've been seeking a keen young man that I can groom to be my partner, and I dare say, from my inquiries, you appear to be that man. If you hadn't come along, old Fezziwig would have been in the poorhouse this winter instead of celebrating Christmas. Why not come work for me, where you can reap the profits of your labor? A junior partner to begin with, then I promise you an equal partnership when you prove yourself worthy.
My word, Mr. Marley, I am very tempted and overwhelmed by your generous offer. But Mr. Fezziwig has been more than fair with me, and I feel I feel I owe him a debt of gratitude.
You are loyal, I will say that. Well, you needn't decide right now, but you must promise to come see me in the new year so we can discuss the matter further. You have a great future ahead of you, Ebenezer, if you're willing to take it.
Oh, that Mr. Grayson is going to be the ruin of me. Oh.
And why do business with him?
Well, he's been a client of mine for many years, and he's stuck with me when times were hard, and it's only fair that I stick with him during these hard times. Ebenezer, make note that we're going to move Mr. Grayson's lumber that we shipped to him last month. We're going to move it to the beginning of March.
Yes, Mr. Fezziwig.
Poor fellows. Now, Jacob, you must stay, have a glass of punch, and celebrate the holiday with us.
Oh, yes, No, thank you, Mr. Fezziwig. I have some business that needs my attention.
Mr. Marley, are you quite all right? Must you leave on Christmas Eve?
Yes, it's nothing. It's a bit of indigestion, but there is a small matter, but a matter that requires my attention nonetheless. Good day to you, sir.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Scrooge.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Yo-ho, boys. Christmas Eve, Nick. Christmas, Ebenezer. Raise up the shutters before a man can say, Jack Robinson! Come, everyone. Come. Yes, right there.
Tomorrow will be sober, for tonight we'll murder for tonight we'll murder tomorrow will be sober.
Let's have a country dance. Yes. Oh, yes. Belle, how are you? Oh, Ebenezer. Here we go. To the broad daylight, go home with the gal in the morning. Down the river in a big fat boat. Yes, the boat should keep to shore. She's a match adventure for school to sail before the ride. Steamboat keep it behind. To the broad daylight, go home with the girl in the morning. Well, I got my fishing in the valley, Goose.
professional dancer.
Yes. He has feet for dancing and a mind for business. Oh, good lad.
What more could one ask for in a husband, I wonder, Belle?
Oh, my dear, my God. You're making this young couple blush. Let us go attend to our guests.
Yes, right.
Don't be embarrassed, Ebenezer. They're only teasing.
I know, but it takes a great deal more to raise a family and a wife. And in these harsh times, it takes time to build wealth and position. Time that you, my dear and sweet Belle, may not wish to wait. If only there were some small way by which I could know your heart.
I love you, Ebenezer, and I've told you that I will wait until our fortunes are better.
Well, speaking of fortunes, Mr. Marley seems willing to offer me a position in his firm. Can you believe it?
Are you not happy here?
Well, very. But if given the opportunity to improve one's position in life, I see no reason not to take it. Why? Does that trouble you?
From what I know of Mr. Marley, I'm not so certain he's the kind of man you should be working for.
Nonsense. If he's successful and he's rich and he takes an interest in my future, then I see no reason not to at least consider his offer.
And what are you two up to?
Nothing. We're up to nothing.
Oh, well, then perhaps I could convince Belle to join me for a dance?
I'm sorry, Dick, but my dance card is filled.
Is it? Come now, what's going on here? You can tell your friend Dick Wilkins?
Well, if you must know, Belle and I plan to marry.
Do you? Huh. I thought there was something going on between you two. Well, congratulations, Ebenezer. Congratulations, Belle. I wish the two of you a long and happy life.
Thank you, Dick.
And I'm sure that one day you'll meet a fine young woman and marry her, and have a very happy and fine family of your own.
Belle, if I'm ever lucky enough to meet someone as beautiful and sweet as you are, then I hope I'm smart enough to let her know how I feel and snatch her up before somebody else does. Again, congratulations!
What a grand night.
Grand indeed.
Yes, and all thanks to old Fezziwig.
Hear, hear.
To our dear Mr. Fezziwig, may he live a long life and may good fortune follow him all of his days. Hear, hear.
Well said.
Agreed.
Such a small matter to make these silly folks so full of gratitude.
Small?
Why? Is it no? He has spent but few pounds of your mortal money. 3 or 4, perhaps. Is that so much that he deserves this praise?
It isn't that, Spirit. He has the power to render us happy or unhappy, to make our service light or burdensome, a pleasure or a toil. Say that his power lies in words and looks, in things so slight and insignificant that it is impossible to add and count them up. What then? The happiness he gives is as great as if it cost a fortune.
What's the matter now?
Nothing in particular.
No. Something, I think.
It's just that I should like to be able to say a word or two to my clerk just now, that's all.
My time grows short. Come!
What is the matter, Belle?
I thought you might not come. I know how busy you are.
Well, given the time of year and the nature of my business, it's important that I use my time and opportunities wisely.
Another idol has displaced me.
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one.
My own experiences have taught me that there is nothing worse than poverty, and the world condemns me for the pursuit of wealth.
You fear the world too much. All your hopes have merged into the hopes of being beyond the reach of poverty and judgment. I've seen your nobler aspirations, mercy and compassion, fall away until the master passions, greed and apathy engross you. Isn't that the truth?
Even if I have grown so much wiser, what then? I am not changed towards you. Am I?
You are changed. When it was made, you were another man. Our contract is an old one. It was made when we were both poor and content to be so. Until we could change our worldly fortune. Through patience and love.
I was just a boy.
Your own heart tells you you are no longer what you once were.
Have I ever sought release?
In words? No, never.
In what then?
In a changed nature. In an altered spirit and everything that made me love you. If there had been no understanding between us, would you seek me out and try to win me now? A dowerless girl with nothing but myself to bring to a marriage. You have no answer.
Do you think then I would not?
Oh, Ebenezer, what a safe and terrible answer. So characteristic of a careful man. Ebenezer, I release you. You are a free man. I let you go with a full heart. May you be happy in the life you've chosen.
No! You fool! How could you let her go? Why?
Yes, your own habits and self-adopted oppressions were already strong then. They are much stronger now.
Spirit, show me no more! Conduct me from this place! Why do you delight to torture me?
One shadow more!
No more, Spirit! I don't wish to see it no more!
All right, off to bed, all of you.
Oh, do we have to, Mommy?
I want to chase the cat. Yes, well, it's well past your bedtime, and there will be no chasing a poor tomcat.
We're not tired.
I want to catch the bugs that light up.
Can't we have a story?
You've already had 3. Just one more, please. More stories tomorrow, my dears.
Now off to bed, all of you. Your mother and I will be up shortly to kiss you goodnight.
But I'm hungry.
Me too.
I could eat a whole cow. I could. Hungry? After all the tarts you had for desserts? How can you be hungry?
Can't we please have another story?
I can tell them a story, Mother.
Will you, my dear?
Oh, yes. You and Mother rest, and I can get the little ones to bed.
Thank you, my dear. Now you hear that? Your sister's gonna tell you a story.
Yay! Another story.
What story do you want to hear?
Pirates. Good King Wenceslas.
Yes, tell us that story.
But you already heard Father tell you that story.
We want to hear it again.
Again and again and again.
All right, but I'm sure I can't tell as well as Father does. Come on now.
I want a pirate story.
Pirate story tomorrow, my dear.
Oh my, what a day.
Well, I saw an old friend of yours this afternoon.
Who was it?
Guess.
How can I? I don't know. Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge it was. I passed by his office window, and as he was not closed up, he had a candle lit inside. I could scarcely help seeing him. I hear that his partner lies upon the point of death. And so there in his office, Mr. Scrooge sat, alone. Quite alone in this world, I do believe.
Spirit, remove me from this place. Why have you shown me all this? Why do you torture me so?
As I told you before, for your reclamation, take heed. These were shadows of things that were dead, that they are what they are. You cannot blame me.
But why show me the things I cannot change?
To show you the circle, the start of it all, what was and what might have been.
No, Spirit! Remove me from this place! I cannot bear it! Remove me, Spirit! Show me no more! Show me no more! Take me home! Leave me, Spirit! Leave me! Haunt me no longer! Haunt me no longer! Show me no more, Spirit! Now I cannot bear it! Show me no more!
draw for our 50-50 raffle. And actually, can we have the house lights up so that everybody can see the tickets? That would be awesome. Thank you. Now, when I draw your winning number, no need to rush the stage. Just give me a little shout out to let me know that you won. And you may collect your winnings at the concession stand at the end of the show. I want to thank you, though, for taking a chance and purchasing a ticket. And here we go. Promise I'm not looking. And the lucky number is, let's see here, 697393.
Oh, it's rigged.
Hey, congratulations, and remember at the end you may, thank you so very much. On with our shows.
Ebenezer Scrooge! Come in! Come in! Come in! Know me better, man. I'm the ghost of Christmas present. Oh, look upon me. You've never seen the likes of me before. Never. Have you never walked forth with the younger members of my family? And my elder brothers who were born in the later years, for I am very young.
No, Spirit, I have not. I'm afraid I have not. Do you have a great many brothers, Spirit?
Oh, more than 1,800.
My goodness, what a tremendous family to provide for. Spirit, conduct me where you will. I went forth last night on compulsion, and I have learnt a lesson which is working now. Tonight, if you have aught to teach me, let me profit by it.
Touch my robe.
Oh. Ah. Yes. Oh. Yes. Oh, the streets of London, workers, yes, workers. Yes, quite busy. Yes.
It's Christmas, Ebenezer.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh. Yes. Oh. Spirit, is there a peculiar flavor that you sprinkle from your torch?
There is. My own.
Would it apply to any kind of dinner on this day?
To any kindly given, but to a poor one most.
Why to a poor one most?
Because it needs it the most.
Spirit, I wonder, why is it that tonight I'm not fettered with my own chains or my own spirits?
Because on this day you walk with me, and the joy of Christmas makes all burdens light. It would do you good to remember that.
I promise that I will. I promise that I will, Spirit. Oh, my goodness, where have you brought me, Spirit?
This is the home of Bob Cratchit, the clerk that works for you. Don't you recognize it? Have you never visited the home of your clerk.
What has ever got your precious father? And your sister, Tiny Tina? And Martha weren't as late as last Christmas Day by half an hour.
Here I am, Mother. Here's my mother. There's such a goose, Martha. You should see it.
Why, bless your heart alive, my dear, how late you are.
We had a deal of work to finish up last night and had to go away this morning, Mother.
Well, never mind, so long as you were come. Sit you down before the fire and warm yourself. Lord bless you.
No, wait. Father's coming. Hi, Martha. Hi.
Merry Christmas, my dears. Oh, how wonderful we're all together again. Why, where's our Martha?
Not coming.
Not coming? Not coming upon Christmas Day?
Here I am, Father. Capital worries on Christmas Day.
Oh, what a cheeky trick you played in me. I'm mighty glad to see you.
And how did little Tina behave?
Always good as gold, and better. Somehow she gets thoughtful sitting by herself so much and thinks the strangest things you ever heard. Why, she told me coming home that she hoped that people saw her in the church because she was a cripple. And, well, how did you put it, Tina?
That it might be pleasant for others to remember upon Christmas Day, which was made lame beggars walk and blind men sit. Aww.
All right, ready?
Feast, 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 feast.
Oh, it is a wonderful goose.
It's all gone at last.
Is there pudding?
Yes, come on, pudding.
Oh, there has never been such a pudding. This is the greatest success achieved by Mother since we first married.
Now the weight is off my mind. I confess I had my doubts about the quantity of flour in the pudding.
It was delicious.
It's so good.
Oh, a Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us.
A Merry Christmas to us all. God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tina will live.
I see a vacant seat by the poor chimney corner. And a crutch without an owner, carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No, kind spirits, no. Say that she will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, then none other of my race will find her here. And what then? If she is like to die, then she had better do it and decrease the surplus population. Oh, man. If you be man at heart, hold your tongue until you have discovered what the surplus is and where it is. Will you decide what men shall live and what men shall die?
No.
It might be in the sight of heaven that you are more worthless and less fit to live than millions like this poor man's child. Oh, God, to hear you whine only about this man's child when thousands more are suffering.
To Mr. Scrooge, here's to Mr. Scrooge, founder of the feast.
Founder of the feast indeed. I wish I had him here, I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, and I'd hope he'd have a good appetite for it.
My dear, the children, Christmas Day.
It must be Christmas Day. Otherwise, how could one drink the health of such an odious, stingy, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge? You know it, Robert. Nobody knows it better than you do, my dear, dear husband.
My dear, Christmas Day.
I'll drink his health for your sake and the day's, not his. Long life to him. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt.
To Mr. Scrooge.
To Mr. Scrooge?
Petra, I have spoken with a master chef and spoke of your skills. He is willing to take you on as an apprentice in the new year. It offers the potential of as much as 5 and 6 pence weekly.
You really Petra! Wow. I am only a lowly maid and will never earn as much as that. Say. You know, Petra, you are very tall. The lord I worked for is much about as tall as you are. So maybe one day you might be a lord.
Now let us be off. Spirits, what place is this? A place where miners live, who labor in the bowels of the earth. But they still know me. See?
Oh, come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel, who mourned in lonely exile here, until the Son of God appears. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to you.
And here's a fisher's village. Oh yeah.
Come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, for the King of Kings. Oh, come, let us
Adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
You see, Ebenezer? These people still need Christmas. If only to eke out some joy in a somewhat otherwise miserable life. And what's it to you if they pinch your pocket once a year?
Oh. Oh, what place?
I think you'll like it.
Is this spirit? Oh,
It's a party.
oh, yes, of course. Oh, yes, yes. Why didn't
He said Christmas was a humbug, as I live, and he meant it too.
Oh, more shame for him, Fred.
He's a comical old fellow, always darting back and forth as though something pulls him one way and then the other. That's the truth, and not so pleasant as he might be. His offenses carry their own punishments, and I have nothing to say against him.
Well, I'm sure he's very rich. At least you always tell me so.
Oh, but what of that, my dear? His wealth is of no use to him. He don't do any good with it. He don't make himself comfortable with it. He hasn't the satisfaction of thinking that he would ever benefit us with it.
Well, I have no patience with him.
I agree very much.
Oh, I do. I feel sorry for him. I couldn't be angry with him if I tried. After all, who suffers from his ill whims? Himself always. Here, he takes it into his head to dislike us. He won't come and dine with us. What's the consequence? He don't lose out on much of a dinner.
Oh, I think he loses out a very good dinner. I've labored on its plan for weeks.
Delicious. Lovely. Delicious indeed.
I'm very glad to hear it, because I haven't much faith in these young housekeepers. What do you say, Mr. Talker?
Well, I think he loses greatest in a lack of such fine company. Indeed, that is his loss and not mine.
Oh, Mr. Topper.
Oh, do go on, Fred. You know, he never finishes anything he starts to say. He's such a ridiculous fellow. But I do love him so.
I was only going to say that the consequence of his taking a dislike to us and not making merry with us is, as I see it, that he loses out on some pleasant memories which could do him no harm. I'm sure he loses pleasanter companions than he can find in his own thoughts, either in his moldy old office or his dusty chambers. That's why I plan to give him the same chance every year, whether he likes it or not. For I pity him. He may rail against Christmas until he dies, but he can't help thinking better of it. I defy him. If he finds me going there year after year saying, "Scrooge, how are you?" If that alone puts him in the vein to leave this poor clerk an extra £50, it's something, isn't it? And you know, I think I shook him yesterday.
Young Fred looks a lot like his mother, does he not?
Oh, does he? Perhaps he does a little bit.
Why did you not spend more time with him when he was little?
Fan passed away when he was very small. And I was busy with important business.
Mankind should be your business.
Spirit, here's a party. Can we stay a little longer? I see so few of them.
Well, you know the remedy for that, but it cannot be done. We must be on our way. Let's play a game of yes and no.
But that's okay, Spirit. Only 1 half hour more. Just this one, only one.
Yeah, all right, everybody.
All right?
Yes, yes. You know the rules. I will think of something, you will ask questions and guess. As you guess, you go from sitting to standing, then, once all have stood, back to sitting, and then one last round of standing. At that point, if not have guessed, I shall be declared the winner.
An animal?
Yes.
A live animal.
Yes.
Rather a disagreeable animal.
Yes.
A savage animal.
Yes.
An animal that growled and grunted sometimes.
Yes.
An animal that talks.
Yes.
Oh, it's a little animal.
No.
A large animal.
Yes.
One that lives in London.
Yes.
Walks about the street.
Yes.
Is it made of show?
No.
Led by anybody.
No.
No.
Well, lives in a menagerie.
No.
Chilled in a market.
No.
Sold in the market.
No.
Eats not Christmas?
No.
A horse?
No.
An ass.
No.
A cow.
No.
A bull.
No.
A bear.
No.
Well, then it must be an ox.
No.
No. A pig.
No. You have one last guess.
I know what it is, Fred. I know what it is.
What is it?
It's your Uncle Scrooge.
You've deceived us, Fred. Your Uncle Scrooge is most certainly a bear.
Well, he's given us plenty of merriment of that, I'm sure. And it would be ungrateful not to drink his health. So, here's a glass of mulled wine ready to our hand, and I say, to Uncle Scrooge.
To Uncle Scrooge!
A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the old man, whatever he is. He wouldn't take it from me, but may he have it nevertheless. God bless you, Uncle Scrooge.
Yeah.
Thank thee, Fred. I always knew you to be a good lad.
What is this you say? Not bah and humbug? We must hurry on. My time here grows short.
Oh, our spirit's life so short.
Yes, my life upon this globe is brief. It ends tonight.
Oh, tonight?
Tonight at midnight.
Oh.
Hark. The time is approaching near. It's coming.
Spirit.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming, Scrooge.
Spirit, forgive me if I'm not justified in what I ask. I see something strange and not belonging to you protruding from beneath your skirts. Is it a foot or a claw, perhaps?
It might be a claw for the flesh there is upon it. Look here. Man, look here.
Spirit, are they yours?
They are man's.
Oh.
And they cling to me with hopes that mankind will change. This boy is ignorance, and this girl is want. Beware them both, but most of all, beware this boy. For upon his brow I see doom written, unless the writing be erased. Deny it! Slander those who tell it ye, for in doing it you will indeed doom your race.
Have they no refuge or resource?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
Am I in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come? You were about to show me the shadows of things that have not happened yet, but that will happen in the time before us. Is that so, Spirit? Ghost of the future, I fear you more than any specter I have seen. As I know your purpose is to do me good, and as I hope to live to be another man, I'm prepared to bear you company and to do it with a thankful heart. Will you not speak to me? Lead on, Spirit. The night is waning fast, and it is precious time to me. Lead on, lead on.
No, I don't know much about it either way. I only know that he's dead.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe.
Why? What was the matter with him? I thought he'd never die.
God knows.
What has he done with his money?
Left it to his company, perhaps. He hasn't left it to me, that's all I know.
Well, it's very likely to be a cheap funeral. For upon my life, I don't know of anybody who will go to it. Suppose we make up a party. Volunteer.
I don't mind going if lunch is provided, for I must be fed if I attend.
Well, I'm the most disinterested in letting you all, for I never eat lunch. But I will volunteer to go if anybody else will, you know. When I think about it, I'm not sure that we weren't friends. We used to stop and speak whenever we met.
Agreed.
This is fine.
Have you heard?
Heard what?
Old Stingy's finally got his own at last, huh?
So I'm told. Just now I was heading down to the executor of the estate to see if any reconciliation for the poor could be attempted.
Do you think they will be so inclined?
Well, it is Christmas. Perhaps they were feeling a little more generous.
So, what you're saying is, what he wouldn't give to us in life, we shall appropriate by his death?
Yes, indeed. Shall we meet 3:30 to discuss distribution to the poor?
Yes, very much so.
Never made any difference to you.
I was here first.
Mrs. Gilbert shall be after me.
Oh.
And the undertaker's man. He can be last. Ain't this something, Joe? All of us meeting here at the same place. That really mean it, Joe.
You couldn't have made it a better place. Come in, sit, don't be shy. We're all suitable to our calling. Yeah, we're well meant to be sure.
What
Sit.
odds? What odds, Mrs. Gilbert? I have no hesitation, no qualms about us meeting here. Every one person has the right to take care of themselves. That miserable old miser always did.
That's true indeed. No man more so. He was such a miserable old cuss. I have no regrets about what's been done.
Well then, why are you standing there staring like you was afraid, woman? Who's the wiser for our being here? We're not going to pick holes in each other's coats, I suppose.
Oh no, indeed. Still, it would be best if we were not seen together. You know, the tongues would wag and our positions would be at risk.
Well, we should hope not. I dare say our association is grave indeed. But as you say, who's the wiser?
Who's the worse for the loss of a few things? Not a dead man, I suppose.
No, indeed, that stingy old man certainly never appreciated the service I provided for him. Every Christmas the same. Empty pockets and calloused hands was my reward.
Well, if he wanted to keep him after he was gone, wicked old screw, well then, why wasn't he more genial in his lifetime? If he had been, he'd have had somebody with him when he was struck with death, instead of lying there, gasping out his last, all alone by himself.
The truest word ever spoke, Mrs. Oliver. It's a judgment against him. It was the same for the partner before him. If it wasn't for his own stinginess, it'd be for the same for the partner before him.
I wish my bundle was a little bit heavier, and it should have been. And Joe, if I could have laid my hands on anything else, rest assured it would have been. Now look at my bundle, Joe. Tell me its true value to you. Speak up plain. I ain't afraid to be the first. After all, we all knew we was helping ourselves before we came here. And it's no sin to see to one's livelihood.
Joe, is it a good haul? Yeah, seems here. Two others had filtered out the best before he came to me. I'm always the one who has to lay these problems to rest.
Mr. Dickens has been a busy man.
Yes.
Silver box, jewelry box, some brass, sleeve buttons, £1.8, Mr. Tackleton, and 6 more. Not even if I was to be boiled for not giving it. Next.
Takes you a gander at my bundle, Joe. It must be worth something. He surrounded himself when he thinks that it must be valuable.
It's quite a haul here, Mrs. Dover. Of course, I always give too much to the ladies. It's no weakness. It's gonna drive me to ruin. Let's see. What? £3.8 even, Mrs. Dover. And if you was asked for a farthing more and made an open case of it, well then I'd forget about being so damn liberal and I'd knock off half a crown. Next.
Now, open my bundle. I was here first. Wait. What you
Yes, bed curtains?
Bed curtains.
Lord, you mean to tell me that you took down them bed curtains, rings and all, with him lying there?
And why not? He weren't apt to catch cold without him, I dare say.
What else we got here? Yeah. Well, let's hope we didn't have anything
You
serious.
can hold that up light till your eyes ache, but you won't find no holes in it, nor even a threadbare place. It's the best one he had, and a fine one too. And they'd have wasted it if it hadn't been for me.
What do you mean by wasted it?
Why, putting it on him to be buried
All pounds, eightpence, and tuppence, Mrs. Oliver, and not a farthing more, not if I was to marry the Queen.
So this is how it ends. He scared everyone away from us while he was alive, so as to profit us when he's dead.
Spirit, I see. The case of this unhappy man might be my own. It tends that way, I know. It's become quite cold here, Spirit. Oh, merciful heavens, where have you brought me? Spirit, if I am to change, then this terrible ending need not be. I will not die alone. I will not die unloved, Spirit. Spirit, I am very grateful to you. Thank you very much. I have learned my lesson, and now I wish to return home. Oh, merciful heavens! Oh, whose grave is this, Spirit? Spirit, do I know this man? Spirit, remove me from this place. I do not wish to stay. Spirit, this is a fearful place. Let us go. And in leaving here, I shall not leave its lessons unlearned. Please, Spirit, let us go. Spirit, I would if I could, but I have not the power, Spirit. I have not the power. Spirit, please, Spirit, if there is some person in this town who shows emotion caused by this man's death, show that person to me, I beseech you.
Is it good news or bad?
It's bad.
We are quite ruined.
No, there is yet hope, Caroline.
If he relents, there is nothing is past hope if such a miracle has happened.
But he is past relenting. He's dead.
We're saved. Oh, forgive me, but how?
Last night, I went to see him and asked for a week's delay. I thought he was trying to avoid me. What the half-drunk woman told me must have been true. He was not only very ill, but he was dying.
To whom shall our debt be transferred?
I don't know. But before that time, we shall be ready with the money. And even if we are not, it would be a bad fortune indeed to end up with someone as miserly as he was. But we may sleep tonight with light hearts, Caroline.
Oh.
Spirit, let me see some tenderness connected to that death, or the dark chamber which we left behind would be forever present to me. Please, Spirit. Oh.
And Jesus sat down and called upon 11, and saith upon them, If any man desires to be first, that same shall be Savior of all and servant of all. And he took a child and sat her down in the midst of them. And when he had taken her in his arms,
it's the color. Hurts my eyes. They're better now again. It makes them weep by candlelight. And I wouldn't show weak eyes to your father when he comes home for the world. It must be near his time.
past it rather, but I think he walks a little bit farther than you these last few evenings, Mother.
I have known him walk with... I have known him walk with tiny Tina upon his shoulders very fast indeed.
And so have I. It was always so. Too.
But she was very light to carry, and her father loved her so. There was no trouble, no trouble. There's your father at the door now. You went to visit today, Robert. It is Sunday.
Yes, my dear. I wish you could have gone. It would have done you good to see how green a place it is. But you'll see it often. I promised her I'd take you all there on a Sunday. Oh, my little child. My little child. I met Mr. Scrooge's nephew today. I scarcely knew him. Saw him but once a year, Christmas Eve. He asked me why I was down, on which I told him. Heartily sorry for it, Mr. Cratchit, he said, and heartily sorry for your good wife. By the by, how we ever knew that, I don't know.
Knew what, dear?
Why, that you are a good wife.
But everyone knows that.
Very well observed, my girl. I hope they do. Heartily sorry, he said, for your good wife. If I can be of service to you in any way, he said, giving me his card, that's where I live. Pray come to me. Now, it wasn't for the sake of anything he might be able to do for us, so much as his kind way that this was quite delightful. It really seemed as if he had known our tiny Tina and felt with us.
I'm sure he's a good soul.
Oh, you would be sure of it, my dear, if you saw and spoke to him. I shouldn't be at all surprised. Mark what I say. If he got Petra a better situation.
Only hear that, Petra.
And then Petra could be a master chef and setting up for herself. I'll get along with you. Then Petra will have a house of her own and husband.
It's as likely as not one of these days. Though there's plenty of time for that, my dears. But, however and whenever we part from one another, I'm sure we shall none of us forget poor tiny Tina, shall we?
Never, Father.
And I know that when we recollect how mild and how patient she was, although a little child, we shall not quarrel easily amongst ourselves and forget poor tiny Tina in doing it.
Never, Father.
Oh, I am happy. I am very, very happy.
Oh, goodness, Spirit. Oh, Spirit. Something informs me that our parting moment is at hand. I know it, but I know not how. Tell me, Spirit, what man that was upon that stone? Spirit, before I approach that stone to which you point, Answer me one question. Are these the shadows of things that will be, or the shadows of things that may be only? Men's courses will foreshadow certain ends to which, if persevered in, they must lead. But if these courses be departed from, the ends will change. Say it is thus with what you show me, Spirit. No, Spirit! Am I that man the thieves disgust? No, Spirit! No, Spirit! Hear me! Spirit! Hear me! I'm not the man I was! I will not be the man I must have been without this intercourse! Spirit, why show me these things if they cannot change? Good Spirit, your nature intercedes for me and pities me. Assure me that I yet may change these shadows you have shown me with an altered life. I will honor Christmas in my heart. I will keep it all the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. Spirit, I pray to thee, Spirit, help me, Spirit. I want to change. I will change. Please, Spirit, give me one more chance. Give me one more chance. Jacob Marley, heaven in the Christmas time be praised for this. I say it on my knees, Jacob. On my knees. Please, Jacob Marley. Jacob, on my knees. Oh, heaven in the Christmas time be praised. They're here. All my things. They're still here. I'm still here. The shadows of things that would have been may be dispelled. They will be. I know they will. And now, wickedness of my heart, be gone. Apathy. I will no longer listen to your whispers. Let me care for mankind. Let me help mankind. Apathy, be gone. And now you greed, you who have tormented me the longest. Let me be transformed. Remove from me your chains. Let me open my pocket and purse to the poor. Greed, be gone. I don't know what to do. I'm light as a feather. I'm giddy as a drunken man. Oh, Merry Christmas to everybody, and Happy New Year to the whole world. Well, I don't know what day of the month it is. I don't know how long I've been among the spirits. Oh, hello there. What's today?
Today.
Yes, what's today, my fine fellow?
What, today's Christmas Day, sir?
Oh, it's Christmas Day, but then I haven't missed it. The spirits have done it all in one night. Well, of course they can. They can do anything they like, eh? Oh, hello, my fine fellow.
Yes, sir.
Do you know the poulters in the next street but one on the corner?
Why, hope so, sir.
Intelligent boy, remarkable boy. Do you know if they sold the prize turkey they had hanging in the window? Not the little prize turkey, the big one.
What, you mean the ones that speaks to me?
Delightful boy. It's a pleasure to talk to him. Yes, my buck.
He's hanging in that now.
Is it? We'll go and buy it.
You're crazy.
No. I'm honest. Go and buy it and have him bring it here so I can tell the poulterer where to deliver it. If you come back with a man, I'll give you a shilling. But if you come back in less than 5 minutes, I'll give you half a crown. There he goes. Oh, he's so fast. Mrs. Dilber! Oh, Mrs. Dilber. Get dressed. Merry Christmas, Mrs. Dilber. I'll send the turkey to Bob Cratchit's house.
Turkey?
He won't know who sent it.
Now he what, sir?
No, he won't. And why, it's twice the size of Tiny Tina. It's twice the size. It's a very large turkey. Thank you, Mrs. Dilber. Thank you. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. Yes. Mrs. Dilber, here you are.
Oh, blimey, God.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Oh, here's the turkey. Hello.
Turkey?
Yes, oh, no, it's no jest. I'm Ernest. What I want you to do is deliver this turkey to a one Bob Cratchit in Camden Town and keep it anonymous.
All the way in Camden Town? Have you gone mad? That'll take me all day.
Oh, yes. Can't carry that all the way to Camden Town. Oh, you'll need a cab. Yes. Here you are. Yes. Oh, wait. Oh, hands it for you, of course. I haven't forgotten you. There.
Why, thank you, sir. And a Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you. We shall know who sent it. Oh, Mr. Harrington.
Mr. Scrooge, I'm making every endeavor to get that payment to please a few more weeks. I'm looking for a new position, and I think I may have one, and then...
Listen, Bill, Merry Christmas to you. Why don't we extend your next payment for a few weeks, interest-free?
Mr. Scrooge, is everything all right? You don't seem yourself.
Yes, and furthermore, would you come and see me tomorrow? I might be able to help you find a new position.
Yes, thank you, Mr.
Merry Christmas, Bill. Oh, my dear friends. Merry Christmas to you. I hope that you succeeded yesterday. It was very kind of you.
Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, I understand that is my name, and it may be unpleasant to you. But will you allow me to ask your pardon? And would you have the goodness to accept? And
Lord bless me! My dear Mr. Scrooge, are you serious?
If you please, and not a farthing less. There are a great many back payments included there. Will you do me that favor?
My dear Mr. Scrooge, I don't know what to say to such a magnanimous act of kindness.
Don't say anything. Just come and see me. Will you come and see me?
We will.
Will you come and see me? Oh, thank you 50 times. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Yes. Delightful.
Quick, let's take another route. It's old Scrooge ahead of us there.
Yes, of all days to run into the old miser. Bah humbug indeed.
Where's your Christmas spirit? Let's at least show him our Christmas tree.
Yo there! Have you sent that draft to my clerk yet? Popcorn transaction.
Well, no, we haven't. And you can't change the price altogether. The deal was made.
Oh, too late. The deal's off.
What? You can't do that.
It's a Commonwealth deal. You can't take it back.
You'll hear from our solicitor.
Calm yourselves, my dear associates. I don't want the corn anymore. You can have it for nothing. It was probably going to get moldy anyway.
Is this a jest, Scrooge?
Yes. Are you indeed being earnest? It's very unlike your normal behavior. What's the trick here?
It is no jest, and it is no trick. And I understand that it is not my normal behavior, but I expect it to be my new norm. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
You know, I've always thought of him as my friend. We've always been close, you know.
Let's see. Fantastic. This looks like the place. Yes, this is it, I think. Hello, my dear. Is your master at home?
Yes, sir.
Oh, where is he, my love?
He's in the dining room, sir, along with his mistress. I'll show you, please.
Oh, well, it's all right. I know the way. I'll show myself in. Thank you, my dear. Fred!
Why, bless my soul, who's this?
Fred, it is I, your Uncle Scrooge. I've come to dinner. Will you let me in?
Let you in? Why, it's a delight to see you, Uncle Scrooge. Everybody, this is my Uncle Ebenezer. This is my wife.
Oh,
This is
hello.
my friend, Mr. Topper. This
Oh,
is my
hello.
wife's sister, Emma.
Hello.
Oh, Uncle Ebenezer.
Yes. Oh.
We are delighted you came. And you are staying for dinner?
Yes. I understand you've been working on it for weeks.
Why, yes. Well, how did you know?
Well, and games. Will there be games?
Oh, I suspect there will be games.
Yes, but I always enjoy a game of blind man's bluff.
Oh,
Uncle
but I'm content to watch. But I also enjoy a game of simile or yes and no.
our favourites.
Had an excellent time and got to know his nephew and wife.
So, are you saying that he came full circle? Ah, now I get the reference to the start of the show.
Yes, Scrooge kept the spirit of Christmas all the day long.
Throughout the day, no matter how tired, he uttered a jovial happy Christmas to all he met.
Some of those who had known him were quite surprised by his change in demeanour.
Ah, but the real test was yet to come.
For it is easy for a monk to remain holy on the mountaintop alone. But what would happen when exposed to the avarice and greed of the Captain House again?
He was early in the office the next morning. Oh, he was certainly eager to be there early. If only he could get there first and catch Bob Cratchit coming late. That was what he set his heart upon.
Hello? What do you mean by coming in this time of day?
I'm very sorry, sir. I am behind my time.
Yes, you are, sir. I believe you are behind your time. Step this way, if you will, sir, please.
It's only once a year, sir. It will not be repeated. I was making rather merry with my family yesterday, sir. It was quite an unexpected large turkey. I know we were so grateful in it.
And tell you what, my friend, I'm not going to stand for this sort of thing any longer. And therefore, I'm about to raise your salary. Merry Christmas, Bob. Merry Christmas and a merrier Christmas than I've given you in many a year. Yes, Bob, I'm going to raise your salary, and I'm going to endeavor to assist your struggling family. And we will discuss your affairs this very afternoon over a Christmas bowl of smoking bishop. And we will find a doctor for Tiny Tina. So, make up the fires. Buy another scuttle of coal before you dot another I, Bob Cratchit.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tina, who did not die, he was the second father.
He became as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as the good old city knew, or any other city, town, or borough in the good old world.
He had no further intercourse with spirits and lived as good a life as he possibly could ever afterwards. And it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas, if any man alive could.
And so, our song of joy ends, our Christmas carol. And as Tiny Tina observed,
God bless everyone.
Amen.